Hello. I'm the doctor.
No, I'm the doctor.
No, I'm the doctor.
Okay, fine.
We're just joking around. This is JTH.
And Tail Zero.
And we are going to be getting our final reaction to parts chapter and 8, 7 and 8, 7 and 8 of Her Whole Darn Heart, and this is going to finish up this reaction.
We read, there's a warning at the top of this, says that it's for mature audiences only. So,
yeah, it says here, if you're familiar with the kind of fictions I write, you should know what's coming, just so you know.
I'm guessing it's going to be Cloppy. So let's do it.
Yes, let's go. Here we go. The barn downstairs has already been clear of decorations by the time you returned. Rarity, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie stayed behind to help Big Macintosh with that. They all rejoiced when Applejack walked through the barn door, still in her equestrian form, and lucky for you, they were also quick to forgive. They were also exhausted and worried, but with Applejack's safe return, they couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief and head to their respective homes, with where their beds were calling them. I guess it's time for every pony to sleep. However, it isn't your bed that's calling to you right now. It's Applejack calling you to hers. Oh, boy.
There's like a picture with us, like a sassy look on her face.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go.
Go, broski. Go, broski. Go.
Here we go. I kind of like that pose.
Oh.
What? What? I'm not saying, like, you're a dick.
Thank you. So are you.
I know.
Her bedroom door shuts with a click as you kick your shoes off. Applejack herself sits on the bed covers, her eyes sharp and awake despite the recent drama that took its toll on the both of you. She beckons you forward with a foreleg, a beckoning you are eager to follow. Tonight you're going to show her how little your differences matter between man and pony. You're going to show her just how much she means to you.
Oh, boy.
So, Sugar Cube, she says with a touch of optimism. Are you sure you're over the whole, you know, me being a pony thing? Does that mean you're not afraid anymore? You sit down next to her, close enough to feel her warmth. I think I can handle it this time.
Oh, man. Here we go.
This is gonna be great. I hope. A smile curls the tips of her mouth. Safe in the knowledge that you would go this far for her, you're 1,000 times more thankful. You know she'd gladly give up her whole body just to make you happy. You close in on those smiling lips, blah! Messed up already, eh? Giving her the untainted kiss you always wanted to, feeling her response pushing back with a kiss of her own. It feels right. Regardless of the shape, the size, the origin, if you're both truly in love, the kiss will always be perfect. Hooray!
Yay.
Hooray! Just like Listlon, the glowing act of passion you both always wanted to give to one another. Your heart races as Applejack slips, the taste of what else? Apples tease your senses. Temptation soon becomes too much. Your tongue finally presses forward, licking your partner's lips, begging to be let in. With a giddy sigh, her lips part, her tongue rushing to greet yours.
I wonder if her, like, mane smells like apples.
Who knows?
I know they say that Pinkie Pie smells like cotton candy.
Yeah. Amidst the wet, wonderful dancing of your tongue, she begins to lean back, her hooves wrapping themselves around you, pulling you down with her. Your what the fuck am I saying? Your hand reaches up and removes her Stetson hat, letting it fall onto the floor. The kiss breaks, only for a second, as Applejack lifts your shirt off over your head.
How can she grab the shirt? That's just what I'm asking. Like,
I don't know.
She doesn't have hands. She's a pony. She doesn't. Well, never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Just, it's a fan fiction. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Diving back into your dizzy rush of tongues and her sweet taste, you run a free hand down her mane, taking in her long blonde strands, and that group at the end with the beautiful red hairband. With a flick of the wrist, you pull it off, letting her hair flow freely down her shoulders.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, buddy.
I always wonder what she looks like with her hair undone.
Are you scrolling up or down?
Scrolling down.
Okay.
A weak groan of exasperation vibrates from her throat as her hoofs fumble with your belt buckle.
Oh, boy.
You lend a hand, quickly releasing the catch on it without breaking the bond of your frantic tongues. She slowly pulls down your work jeans, letting you kick them off when they reach your heels. You do the same with your socks. You find your hands pass over her soft, round flank, giving it a firm and very enjoyable grip with one hand, while your other runs down her smooth tail. You feel her shudder in pleasurable anticipation as you give the tail a gentle tug. You finally reach the hairband on the tail's tip. Off it goes.
Yeah, boy.
Meanwhile, Applejack's forehoof slide down your body. Her first time seeing you nearly completely unclothed. Only one more delicate piece of clothing to remove. I'd rather not say what it is.
It doesn't even say. Oh,
No, it doesn't.
Whoa.
Huh. Wow.
Wow, that picture. Wow. Like, that's like the Twilight one I seen on DA.
Yeah, only it's Applejack and her hair's undone.
Oh my god! Like, why can't I stop staring? Okay, get him. Go scroll down. Oh crap!
I agree. Those gazes are very hypnotizing. I admit I couldn't stop staring at her. A minute later, the ritual of undressing is finished. As the kiss of your life ends, you lie on top of her, your bare skin in full contact with hers, sending your thoughts haywire with fervor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fever, whatever. She looks at you with her emerald eyes, without her hat nor hairband on her. Perhaps she feels as naked as you are without them.
Emerald, friggin' my ring is an emerald.
Should we, Applejack's face is as red as the apples on her flank. Do you want us to go any further? You sure you're comfortable with this? You pause to consider. Applejack's condition as a pony hasn't deterred you in the slightest so far. Would you go all the way with her? For any pony in Equestria, you downright refuse, but for beautiful Applejack? I'm up for it if you are. Oh, broski.
Oh, boy.
Oh, broski, here we go. With a giggle that conveys just how glad she is to hear that, her hooves wrap around your waist, pulling it down, your hips suggestively bumping against hers in a steady rhythm. You have other ideas at first. A deft hand strokes your... Strokes rising and falling chest, works your way down her belly and eventually between her rear legs.
Oh, man.
Time to show her what your human hands are capable of.
Oh, boy.
She gasps when she feels a stray finger working up and down her open entrance, teasing that little bit more. Two fingers cautiously push forward, going as deep as their tips. A moment that Applejack fails to hold back says it all. She's got no objection to it.
Oh, man.
The rhythm of your hips against hers continues as you slowly bury your fingers deeper inside. To explore the insides, each touch met with a deep breath and a soft cry from your partner. She begins to pan hard as fast as your fingers do the work. Suddenly she shivers, her fingertips... What am I saying? Derp! Your fingertips moist with fluid from her as her panting rises to calls of pleasure. I can't take it no more. Come here. Whoa, jeez. She growls, overtaken by excitement and ecstasy. Her hooves slap your hand away from her gaping, dripping entrance as she adjusts her hips, hungrily bringing it up to your solid shaft. Oh, God. You slide it inside her, a warm, wet sensation sending you into a state of bliss, and again, and again. Applejack pushes back with a faster pace of her own, taking control of the act herself, despite you being on top.
Oh, my God.
Fine by you. Fine by you. The longer the night wears on, the more beads of sweat trickle down Applejack's thigh, mingling with your own. The mare's famous endurance came from the years of farm work finally begins to falter. What the hell is so funny?
I'm sorry, it's funny.
What the hell is so funny? You're working on adrenaline, perseverance, and all the self-control you can muster at this point.
Oh my God.
Slowing down to pull yourself back from the brink of orgasm time and time again, catching your breath whenever you can. Wow. This is getting hot.
Cupcakes.
Since this is told in second person. Oh. Fuck.
Come on.
Her hoof pushes into your chest gently, telling you to pull out for a moment. You do as she asks, allowing her to roll on all fours, changing her position under you. Despite her fatigue, she holds up her flank towards you, seeming as if she's presenting herself, complete with a suggestive flick of her wild tail. It seems that's how she wants you to finish her off.
Oh my God.
Doggy style.
Oh, there's a picture. What's the picture of? I'm scared. Oh.
We don't have any reason to be.
No, it's nothing bad.
No, it's nothing bad at all.
Alright, go ahead. Keep going.
You hesitate. The position is unfamiliar to you, you're sure, but it's probably something her kind just prefer. It doesn't matter. For Applejack, you're willing to try anything. It takes an awkward moment to clamber into the right position over her, and when you cautiously enter her from this new angle, you can't even hold back a gasp when the pleasure ripples through you. Her moaning only makes it all better. Soon you're driving yourself into her at a fever pitch, trying to coax yet another groan of sigh of ecstasy from her, while all the while holding her rising build-up from her throbbing personal possession. Just as you're both about to go for the finish, you notice Applejack's moaning rising in tone, slowly becoming cries of satisfaction. You try to hold on for just a little longer, fighting against the pressure, threatening to burst through. Her legs suddenly tense as if she's rearing to buck something before she stomps them back into the bed, accompanied with a high-pitched yell and a shudder.
Wait a minute, I got a question.
What?
They're doing this in her bedroom.
Yes.
Granny Smith, Big Macintosh, Apple Bloom, Scootaloo, and Sweetie Belle are there. How are they not hearing this?
I have no clue.
Like, for Christ's sakes, I'm freaking in the room. I'm Big Macintosh, and I'm here. I'm thinking,
What the heck? What the fuck is going on?
No, I'm thinking, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. I'd be thinking, I gotta get out of here.
Who knows? For all we know, the CMCs are probably fast asleep.
What about Granny Smith fucking coming with a shotgun? How you doing to my granddaughter? I kicked your ass. Keep going.
A hot, wet sensation washes over your shaft as she finishes. The feeling so wonderful that it breaks down any effort in holding yourself back. Your surging release and sends one shockwave after another throughout your body, each discharging and relieving as you blah, 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 blah. You of the pressure that built up over the night. Finally pulling yourself out, you collapse when you're at your exhausted partner's side. You watch her chest rise and fall as you both lie there catching your breath. A satisfied smile glows on her face, her eyes dazed and wary. You know the feeling. Sorry, I was like blah 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 back there. I was reading a little fast. I goof up if I read fast. That's because if I get a little excited, I tend to read fast. I was getting a little excited reading that. That's just how I am. I'm a perv in my own right. Right? Ow. Ow. Ow.
I had to do that.
What was that for?
You gotta think about like it.
Looking back, the whole experience was extraordinary, so strange yet so wonderful. After the climactic finish, Applejack would agree, and collapsing in her bed, the rest of the night was spent under the warmth of her covers, wrapped in a tangle of pony hooves and human arms, exchanging one sleepy kiss for another. The night ticks on, and eventually Applejack drifts off to sleep. You find yourself staring up at the ceiling, thinking hard about what you had just done. Applejack's a pony, a four-legged creature from another world, and she's your lover. You hadn't had any of those horrible thought attacks throughout the whole deed. Maybe it's because you're okay with it now. It's all water under the bridge. Yay! You think back to your fantasy about starting a farm back on Earth, about settling down with a human girl there. But this world is already far better, don't you think? It is. Low crime rate, war is non-existent, a smile on every face, magic. You found some pony you love, and even if she's not your perfect match. You turn your head towards the sleeping figure next to you. Stray strands of golden hair tangle down her freckled, specked face. She stretches, and you can feel her the twitch of her hind legs under the covers. Her tail can also be felt wrapping dexterously around one of your legs.
What?
With a quiet yawn, she nuzzles up to your shoulder, hugging you like a big doll.
Aww.
Her soft breathing warms your neck. Scratch what you said earlier. She's perfect in every way.
Yeah, oh, okay, next chapter. Chapter 8 coming up.
This is the last chapter.
Yep.
So here we go.
This fanfiction is sweet.
So, you think you're untouchable.
Word life.
Basic thugonomics.
John Cena.
Yo. I'm like a big purple pinwheel rock, so go ahead and blow me.
The Rock is the greatest wrestler ever. And he defeated John Cena. So
Which kind of made me hate him.
Why would you... Never mind.
Just kind of, not a whole lot.
Well, I'll never hate The Rock.
I know.
He's the man.
Even if he was a bad guy?
He wasn't a bad guy when he fought Cena.
Yeah, but what if years ago, if he was a bad guy, I would just don't like
he
him?
was still my favorite. Alright, let's get back to this. Let's stop talking about wrestling.
Fine beams of sunlight weave through the curtains when you wake up. It must be late morning by now. Your first thought is on the orange pony sleeping soundly next to you, her face buried in your shoulder. A wayward hoof resting on your chest, easily the cutest thing you've ever witnessed.
Ugh.
Your second thought is about how late you were for the daily grind of farm work. You suppose you could both give it a miss just for one morning. You recall thoughts about Earth, home. With a decisive nod to yourself, you make up your mind. You know exactly what you're going to do now. Slowly sliding out of bed, trying your best not to wake Applejack, you pick up your clothes scattered throughout the room from last night's fiery act of passion and redress yourself. Just before leaving, you return to the side of Applejack's bed and carefully press your lips on her snout in a gentle kiss. A dozy sniff and a smile was her response.
Aww.
Aww. You quietly close Applejack's door behind you and head back towards the guest room where you usually slept. Apart from last night, of course. Upon arrival, you shut the door and retrieve a quill, so making a single roll of parchment from the bedside drawer. The rest of your time is spent in silence, with nothing but the scratching quill on parchment.
He's writing a letter.
Yeah, definitely. You look over the letter you wrote one last time, checking to make sure it was suitable to be read by royalty before rolling it up with the band.
Why is letter highlighted?
I have no clue. With the band. Now to head to the library for Spike to send it off. Hopefully you should remember the way this time in the daylight. Morning, handsome.
Yeah.
As you open the door to leave, Applejack, the mare you love, stands in the doorway. Her mane and tail have been tamed by the hairbands again, and her trademark Stetson sits atop her head. It's a Stetson. I'll wear a Stetson now.
Stetson's a coupe.
Whoa!
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, sweetie.
Frickin' River song.
Morning, beautiful, you reply, undoing the band from the scroll and pressing it to her. Her eyes dance over the letters for a minute or two. By the time she's finished, they're wide in disbelief. You really mean it?
What does the letter say?
You nod. I'm on my way to have it sent off now. Want to come with me? Dumb question. After a quick kiss, you'll swear you'll never get tired of them. The two of you walk out into the balmy sunlight. The brightness causes each apple tree to shimmer a vivid green with specks of red apples among the leaves. Picture of Sweet Apple Acres again. Somewhere in the orchard you spy a certain Pegasus helping Macintosh with the apple bucking in yours and Applejack's stead. Of course, Rainbow Dash needs help with she lost that hoof wrestle last night, didn't she?
That's
in
true.
the distance, another Pegasus swoops down next to Rainbow Dash, a stallion who you've never seen before. Hey! You can't hear them from where you're standing, but you can tell it's emotionally heated. The male then produces something from within the feathers of his wing. You can't tell what, and passes it to Dash. She looks at it, then looks back at the stallion before throwing herself into him, embracing him in a hug. A moment later, they kiss.
Oh.
Must be Rookie.
Yeah.
I think a Pegasus giving the pony or saying whatever he loves the wing, it's the sign that they want to be together forever. At least I think. You guess happy endings to stories are customary in Equestria. Yay. Walking through Ponyville, the inhabitants still act strangely in your presence. Some of them stare, others pretend not to. You give them an odd look before noticing Applejack proudly trying next to you and show a courteous wave of their hoof. They'll get used to you eventually. You hope. After visiting the library, handing the letter to Spike, and talking to Twilight for a while, Applejack tells about Rainbow's good news. You turn to Applejack as you take your leave. Well, we have the rest of the morning off, she says. What do you want to do? Anything you like, Applejack, you smile. We've got all the time in the world together. Hey, he's staying in Equestria!
Spoiler. Hey guys, it's me.
Surprise you, but you might have a pony fetish by now. Yeah, what? I know. It's a total shock.
What? Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Anyways, that's the end of her Hold on Heart. Crowley.
That's good fanfiction.
That was incredible.
And if any pony out there has any other requests, please send them.
Kind of weird. I want to get a Stetson hat now. Just so I can wear it and say, it's a Stetson. I'll wear a Stetson now. Stetsons look cool.
And then I'll do what you did with my Marines hat, and I'll take it and throw it away.
And I'll be like, oh!
You did it with my Marines hat. Okay, let's get going.
Okay, this is JTH.
And Tales Hero.
And this is the end of her Hold on Heart.
Good fanfiction. We enjoyed it.
Good